Hi, guys, welcome to my podcast. My name is Toby. In today's episode, we're going to do something interesting. it's We're going to do deep thinking, introspection. I'm going to figure myself out, or maybe I may have already done that, and I'm going to tell you guys about it. So now you guys know from previous episodes that I applied for masters in Unilag, and I've gone for my physical screening. But then back to school again, Abby, and then we're trying to get another degree. And I'm thinking, this time I'm not going to get you wrong. I'm not about to finish doing my masters and think what next. No. I should be able to know what next after my masters. This masters should be a means to something that I'm looking forward to at the end. I'm not going to make the same mistake, if I'm to call it that I did with my BSc, because that's where we're still at. I finished studying. I'm like, okay, what else? I do not know what to do after getting my degree. I'm not sure whether to apply for masters or to get a job or to do anything. I was just lost there after my BSc, so I don't want that to repeat itself. So I'm now trying to figure myself out. I do not want to say 2 years after my masters but nothing, I'm still looking for a job or anything, or I'm still like trying to find my calling in life. Yeah, so I did something. In fact, it was 1 week after I came back from Lagos, 2 weeks actually. I went nowhere. I was inside the house. I was thinking, I was making research, I was reading, I was watching videos on things somebody can do with an environmental degree, because my admission was in environmental geophysics. So what can I possibly do after? I was also looking at the route of what kind of jobs do people that do this degree get? What kind of places do they work? If at all I'm going to like set up something for myself, maybe take the route of entrepreneurship, what kind of thing can I do? Yeah, no, I was thinking, I thought and thought. Like I would stay morning till night. Like my job was to think, my job was to browse. I started researching lecturers, Unilag lecturers in my department, the papers they've written, the things they've done. I want to see. I also started thinking, okay, masters comes with this thesis. You do a thesis project, and what kind of project would I even do? Started researching proposals, writing thesis proposal topics for masters. So it was a lot, a whole lot. That was what I wanted to do. But then I did something interesting. I started with myself. What do I want for myself? And what do I not want? So of I made a list of what I wanted in my phone notebook or something. So I titled it Possible Careers for an Environmental Geophysicist. And the first sub is this subtopic, I would call it now. The first section of this note is, what do I not want? I started with what I don't want so I can cancel them out. The first thing I wrote was, I do not want to work with animals. Yeah, I saw one YouTube video. They said somebody made a video about places somebody with an environmental science degree can work in. So they say they can work in using national parks to take care of wildlife and kidney. I'm like, me, animals, hell no. Hell no. So I'm like, I know maybe a geophysicist may not have anything to do with animals, but in case maybe I'm thinking it, like let me cancel it now. Let me not think it at all. So they talk about, working in wildlife parks, doing this one. I say no, I'm not doing that. So I'm not working with animals at all. If you know me, you know I do not like animals. I do not like those things, anything, dogs, cats, nothing. I do not like them. So no. My second point was, I don't think I would like field work, especially the ones that require heavy equipment. And I know a geoscientist life is on the field. The whole earth is like their laboratory. Field work is an essential. You go to field, you do all those things and stuff. But I also notice I do not like field work. I think I kind of knew that during my IT when I was working in this material testing lab, and when it was time to go for field work, my direct boss then, we used to call him Baba. Baba would say, come for field work. I hated it, you know. I could do with one or two field works. I mean, I had no problem with my project field work during my undergraduate days. I loved doing it. But because I knew it had limits, it was just a 1 week thing. Highest 2 weeks I was done. But having to do a work that required you, like the work is field work, like where you're working, the work you do that they pay you with means going to the field every day, and maybe you're going to do this work for what, 2 years, 5 years, or the days of your life. I'm like, no. No, I do not think it's something I would like. So just putting it there that I do not like field work, especially the ones that require heavy equipment. You know, you carry all those equipment and stuff. I do not have the energy. Even geophysical survey, the electrical resistivity thing, where you have to use hammer to hit the electrodes into the ground. I do not have the energy for that. So just to put it there, in case I find a job that is field work, I'm like, maybe if it's dominantly office work, and then maybe a few field works I can consider. Now, my third point was I do not want an office work that requires too much paperwork, zero thinking and innovation slash creativity, and zero customer interaction, a typical Nigerian government job. So now this is it. I do not like field work, but I also do not like office work. Like, do I want to work at all in this life? So where you stay in office and do all this rubbish paperwork. I hate it. It's like very boring work. You do not think at all. You just do work as if you're a machine or something. You're not part of the maybe decision making process, the managers, those that decide. You just take orders. They say do this and you go do that. I want to think. Like, I'm a thinker for life. Like, that's what I do. I want to think. I want to be able to create something from thinking, think of creative and innovative ideas, and like work towards bringing the idea to life. That is the kind of thing I want to do. So any office work that just requires paperwork and rubbish, I'm like, no, I do not want that for myself. It's not the kind of thing I want to do. So yeah, my fourth point is I do not want to work in a place that has too much people or crowded outdoor. So yes, in as much as maybe I do not want field work, I do not want office work. I also do not want a place that's too much people. Like maybe work in an office that is an open office. It's just an open hall with like 30 people there. Like for what? I would die. I mean, I would not die, but I mean, yeah, I just want, if at all I'm going to work in an office, maybe an office space to myself, or highest share it with one person or two people, but not like having an open space or crowded outdoor. Maybe my work requires field work, and the field work is maybe I have to go do something in a marketplace where people are so much. I do not like that. Now, my last point is I do not want to sell. I noticed I'm not good at selling. These people that do come and buy cloth, I'm selling this, I'm selling that. I do not I'm not good at selling. I know it's a good skill to have, but it doesn't come naturally to me. Or even if it's not something I would want to do. I've noticed I'm more of a service person than a goods person. So I'd rather provide services than to sell goods, and I think that's why I decided to do this home lesson thing. So I teach, then you pay me for my services, for teaching, for impacting, than for selling cloth to you or selling shoe to you, something like that. So that is it. Now let's go into what do I want? What do I want for myself and my life? I want to create something with a team of people. So I want to create something. I mean, like my podcast is something I created. I just had, this idea. I want to interact with people. So why not like create a space, a podcast, anything where you interact. So I love creating. Now, the part with a team of people, I also created nascent community. I brought a group of friends together and sold them an idea, and we formed nascent community. So I just know that any work I want to do has to involve creating. I'm a creative. I just found out that. I love thinking, coming up with something and bringing into life. I've said that. So I want to create anything. So my podcast is now, why I say this is there there are like three things that matter to me in life a lot. I love being expressive. I love that people are expressive. They can be themselves unapologetically. And I've been able to like create something that involves that. And that's my podcast, where I do this thing that shows, oh, you can be yourself. I'm being myself. I bring guests to be themselves. The other thing that matters to me is education. I want people to learn things. May not be in the classroom, may not be from a course or anything. They learn by interacting with people. They just have conversations, and then people share ideas, and you see you've learned new things. And that is what I've tried to do with Nascent Community, where people just exist and have conversations. They are just anything, any topic at all. The only rule is you have to be respectful, but you can discuss virtually anything. We're still trying to make it grow and like make sure there are more topics of discussion, more things that would educate people, that we discuss, that we talk about, that we carry out projects about an nascent community. We've done that. The only thing that matters to me that I've not started doing anything towards is environmental sustainability, like working towards protecting the environment and making everywhere cleaner and greener, something like that. So that's why I do not know how to channel this me into it, and maybe doing this master's degree is going to help point me in the right direction. I do not know. So, like I said, my point of what I want to do is that I want to create something with a team of people and work enthusiastically together to grow and nurture it till it becomes successful and impactful. Just think of an idea, bring it to life, grow it until it has a life of its own. It starts doing things for itself, and the things it does is that it impacts people. I do not know what that is going to be yet in the whole environmental space. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to render services than sell goods. I've explained that. I want to work in an office. I want to work in an office, but also feed off human interaction from clients slash customers, like what a doctor has. You know how doctors, they work in offices, they don't like do field work and all that. But then they feed off human interaction, like when they see patients, then they interact with them, they diagnose them, prescribe drugs for them and all that. So you're still in an office, but then you're having interactions, you're doing something that matters and not paperwork. So I mean, I do not want to be a doctor, but I want to like have something that involves being in an office but interacting with people and thinking and creating something. I do not know what it is yet. So okay, like I said, I want to be able to think and be creative and make decisions. I want to solve problems. I want to make lots of money. No, this is serious. I want to make lots of money consistently that I can pay myself and people I work with enough. I want to be able to pay people enough. So I want to make money that I can be able to sustain myself and still have enough to pay people and pay them enough, and not people thinking or having to be underpaid by working with me. Yeah, that kind of thing. Now to the next point. Now I've said it, what I do not want. I've said what I want. Now I'm saying what I am not sure I want. Working in academia. That is one I'm not sure. It's not something I want. It's not something I do not want. I'm not even sure if I want. I'm not sure where that belongs. So people will see me and like, oh, maybe you like lecturing, maybe you teach, maybe you do all these things. And my explanation is, I mean, I love to pass knowledge, but not in the classroom environment. Also, working in a lab as a research assistant or anything gives me the boring office without customer interaction vibes, really. You're just there with whatever experiment you're doing. Very sad thing. Don't mind me. So I'm thinking even the idea of teach. I mean, I love to pass knowledge, but the whole classroom environment, I'm not really sure about it. I did, yeah. So I'm not sure if working in academia is something I want to do. So it is still there. So these are the things I've spent my time doing, thinking, making this list of what I want, what I do not want, what I'm not sure I want, so that by the time I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm still in that thinking process. And I'm still trying to know that, like, I'm taking this in very serious. I do not want after my masters, I'm like, oh, what next? Nothing. No, even if it means in the course of my masters I've started something, I've been able to figure myself out that okay, this is the direction. Maybe is it waste management I want to do, and how, what aspect of waste management do I want to go into? Is it recycling? Do I want to like go do pickups from people's houses and tell them, oh, give me your waste and all that, let me go and dispose for you, pay money to me and all those things? Or do I want to tell them, oh, do I want to collect plastic waste and be this plastic waste recycler or anything? Or is it e-waste? Even apart from the waste side, do I go into solving problems towards pollution, air pollution, water pollution? What is it about the environment? Okay, when it comes to geophysics, we maybe do I concern myself with planning and constructing landfills and making sure that we do not landfills are managed properly? Is it about looking for buried mines and all these things that can harm people under the earth using geophysical methods? How do I go about it? How do I fit it into this thing I've said about how I want to be creative and like work with teams and like have an office but also have human interaction? What do I do? Do I go through the consultancy route, being an environmental consultant, or maybe even this whole construction thing, working for people that are into construction and telling them like the materials that would be good for them and the areas that they can build in and the ones they cannot build in that would help the environment, things like that? Or is it this whole climate change thing, the whole carbon capture thing? I'm not sure. So I still need to figure myself out, but I hope I do it faster. So I've been making research, and there was this YouTube video I watched. They're like, oh, that geoscientists should diversify their skills, learn how to use GIS, learn how to code Python and all that, computer modeling skills, things like that. They also talked about creative writing, that you can also see how to maybe go into environmental education. you know if I say I'm a writer, content creator and stuff, maybe I can make money by teaching people about the environment and the importance of protecting the environment and managing their waste or whatever. So I can, maybe if it's through YouTubing or podcasting about the environment, or just creating content generally and seeing how to monetize it, creating online courses. So maybe I can go into maybe educating people about the environment and earning from there. So that can be a route. I do not know, you know. But something that can help also is networking with people and organizations and seeing, like, getting ideas from lots of people. And yeah, that helps a lot, a whole lot. Like I said, I've been watching videos, reading lots of things. Okay, so one of the videos suggested going into driving policy, environmental policies and stuff. That one, Desha. I think one of the ones I was looking at said, what did they even say again? Okay, future job opportunities, something called waste engineers. That one, Desha. So I've just been thinking that I've not been able to figure something out yet. But I think that thing I did about what I want, what I do not want, what I'm not sure I want is really important. It's going to help guide me in the right direction. I want to start something and know that after my masters, that there's an end. There is something I did the masters for. There is something I'm going to start immediately after them. I don't even have to wait for the masters to finish. Like, even during the masters, I've started something that I'm earning from. Very important, earning from. I should be able to earn, because yeah, nascent community, a non-profit, podcasts, barely earning from it, or not even earning at all. Maybe I'm earning, I'm not sure. But this one is like something, either it's a job or a business. I've created something that I'm earning from, like it's going to sustain me. Those that speak English call it earning a living. So something I earn a living from. So yeah, that's about that. And I wanted to add one more thing. So thinking about proposals and stuff, because I was also thinking, oh, what topic can I use for my proposal research, kidney, all those things. I'm like, you know what? Don't bother yourself about those things. Um, there, I think about I was thinking a lot about it, and I'm like, wait. I was thinking, should I wait for my supervisor to give me topic? No, it's no longer like undergraduates. And at the time I was watching The Voice Nigeria, thinking about things and talking with friends, I'm like, it hit me that your postgraduate supervisors are like the voice coaches. They're just there to coach you. And but then in the end, you're the one doing the work. You're the one winning. You're the one getting the degree and getting the grade. So you're the one going to put in the effort, most of the effort. So it's just like you choose the song. In The Voice, they choose their songs. I think it was only once that their coaches chose songs for them, but you choose your song, and then they can just help you and tell you, oh, that you sing, you missed that beat, or your voice was a little bit flat or pitchy and all that. So they just give you points, but you choose your song, and then you work towards delivering a good performance. So that was when I thought, I should choose my project topic or anything, choose it. They're only there to guide me, to be like, oh, okay, during this process, you're supposed to do it like this, do it like that. But then I should choose my topic and work towards delivering it, executing the project and presenting a fine work. Another thing I also discovered is that, so I was not thinking, oh, doing something maybe really impactful, something complex, all those things and stuff. I started thinking, oh, people that do very easy projects, I don't know, maybe it's fake masters they did. But I also got a rethink. What do I even mean by that? I likened it to movies. You can see very simple rom-coms. They are movies. We know how rom-coms are. Boy meets girl. They fall in love. There is one is a jester, mostly the guy. He's a funny guy and all that. There is comedy in between. There is romance in between, and there is happily ever after. And we enjoy the movie. It's enjoyable, really, very enjoyable. Nothing, no bad storytelling, no bad directing. It's just a simple movie. And then there are the complex ones, the ones that the scripts are heavy, the concept is very not so easy to understand. But Tenet is a good film. You don't know when the film is going front or back, which time. They say they are going back in time and forward in time. You don't even know where the time is moving. You're watching film. The film, this is some complex thing happening here, and you did not understand it yourself. But I mean, it's still a good film. So some projects can be that complicated. You do all this big work and all that. You still do your job nice. The simple project does its job nice. The important thing is that you complete your project, you do a nice job, make sure you understand what you did and you can defend it. It doesn't matter if you do something really simple or something really groundbreaking or complex. Doesn't matter. Just complete your project and follow all the rules and make sure you finish it. So that obsession I had with doing something very extra, Kenny, I'm like, yeah, not necessary. Not really necessary. So I think I've come to a conclusion that I'm going to choose my topic, whether it's a complex topic, a difficult one, or an easy one, it doesn't matter. Make sure I can just handle it and finish it within the stipulated time. But by the time I figure out, maybe time would still tell me what topic I want to do for my project thesis, and maybe what exactly I would want to go into career wise or business wise during or after my master's. So that's that about that. That's what this whole episode is about, figuring my life out. I have to stop being confused and uncertain and indecisive. So maybe these little steps are going to help me figure something out. And if you listen to this episode and like this my very a very scattered thought process, if it's easy for you to arrange and you have ideas for me, reach out to me. If maybe somewhere I can work, or you have something and you want me to be part of your project or anything. I mean, as long as it pays, because it's money I'm looking for. I've done free work enough. My podcast is free. Give me you guys free content. My nascent community is free. If you want to be a member of it, reach out to me. So I need something that pays. I need to make money. I'm really broke, you guys. So that is the end of this episode. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah. Take care.